Hello, fifth grade families. My name is Josh St. John. I get to be the principal here at Summit Middle School. And this presentation will serve as an orientation to our families of rising sixth graders. And I have two purposes. Number one, I'd like to review the course selection sheet that was distributed to your child. And number two, just provide a broad overview of life here in the middle, so to speak, at Summit. Be remiss to not start with our mission statement. In a safe and student learning environment, the Summit Middle School community promotes the academic, social, and emotional growth of every student. Of course, we align our efforts with SAC's mission statement of preparing today's learners for tomorrow's opportunities, and we pursue all of those portrait of a graduate outcomes that are a part of the district mission. When we talk about being student-centered, I point to just the large number of extracurricular activities, athletics, music programs, academic competitions, and clubs that we have to offer students with a wide variety of interests. Our teachers are trained in project-based learning that really puts students at the center of a relevant and authentic learning experience. We leverage one-to-one computing that allows us to do lots of types of differentiation for students, meet them at their instructional level. And we have a positive behavior intervention and supports program that is the foundation of our safe and comfortable learning environment, where we talk about Falcons who soar, S-O-A-R, being safe, organized, accountable, and respectful. Course selection sheet. Your child was provided with a course selection sheet. Hopefully he or she has shared this with you and you've reviewed it with them and made a decision as a family regarding that one elective choice. Be sure to review both sides of the course selection sheet. On the front side, you'll see the 7 different required courses for sixth grade students, and then you'll have an opportunity to choose one elective course. On the back of the sheet, lots of important information about sixth grade math placement, our honors application process, as well as world language opportunities at the 7th and 8th grade years. And I would say that if you'd like more information, detailed information about any of the courses required or elective offerings, I'm going to point you to the course descriptions, the curriculum guides with course descriptions, which are accessible under the resources tab on our website. Always get lots of questions about math placement in sixth grade. We have 4 levels of math classes. The great majority of our students will take sixth grade math during the sixth grade year. We will have some select students that will qualify for Math 7, pre-algebra and or algebra 1, and middle school math department chairs work to review NWA data and iStep iLearn data to make determinations for math placement for the sixth grade year. And fifth grade families will receive information about the placement determination towards the end of May each year. We talked to incoming sixth graders about there's a whole lot more similarities between fifth and sixth grade than there are differences. Of course, fifth graders are studying language arts and reading and math and science and social studies, and physical education, art, skills for adolescents, technology education, many of those things in fifth grade. The difference in sixth grade is that students will have a different teacher for all of those subjects. And of course, we're going to go a bit farther in those areas such as science and social studies and art and tech ed. But lots of similarities between the curriculum. And but one big difference is that how those are organized. As I suggested, there will be different teachers for those classes. At the middle level, we have a modified block schedule. So we organize our minutes as in the following way. For typical 5-day weeks. On Mondays, students will go to all 8 of their courses for about 45 minutes. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 4 of those 8 classes for a longer chunk of time, about 85 minutes. Wednesdays and Fridays, the other 4 classes, again, for about 85 minutes. And we call that a modified block schedule and there's an illustration there on your screen. The elective choice that you'll find on the course selection sheet is one of the following. Okay, it's a full year of band, a full year of choir, a full year of orchestra, or a full year of what's called our Unified Arts Rotation, which is made of 4 9-week courses: music exploration, computer investigation, independent living, and personalized learning block. Again, it would point you to the course description guides on our website for more detailed information. Some frequently asked questions. At the middle school, we take a big school and we make it smaller by adopting a teaming philosophy. There are 2 teams at each grade level. In the 6th grade, we have 2 teams. They're called the Dragons and the Tigers. And we work hard to balance those teams. And we use scheduling software, and our admin and counseling teams work together to provide a real balance between those 2 teams. And so I would say both teams are great. And your student will learn which team they were on registration day. That's when they'll learn that, and as well as their full schedule. And speaking of their full schedule, they'll be able to walk their course schedule and get into their locker on registration day, and then the days between registration and the first day of school, our building will be open. We are able to make some changes in the elective choice that your child will make between now and registration day. After registration day, we are very much limited in what we can do to change a student's schedule. And students will get more choices at the 7th grade and 8th grade levels, where the reading and language arts class will combine, and that will open up, instead of 1 elective choice for 6th graders, 2 elective choices for 7th and 8th graders. And our world language programs will open up, as well as our 11 single semester electives that we currently offer. Speaking of world language, we always have more requests from students to participate in world language courses than what we have seats in the class. So we use GPA during the 6th grade year to determine priority for students who will be able to take a world language class in 7th grade. Be reminded, though, that if your child does not want to take or is not able to take a world language course during middle school, they can always take those world language classes during high school. Of course, keys to success related to GPA in 6th grade and middle school are very much like 5th grade, doing those assignments with quality and working on those what we call executive functioning skills, such as organization and planning and study skills. We do implement a one-to-one computing model at Summit, and we will next year be issuing all of our students an iPad to support that effort. And we use a learning management system called Canvas, which, if your child's been in Southwest Allen as an elementary student, they would be familiar with Canvas. I'm going to transition to some information that has been put together on behalf of our counseling department. Mr. Faber and Ms. Miller are our 2 guidance counselors. They've gotten creative with putting pictures of themselves, of course, here on my slide deck. And they work hard to support our mission of academic, social, and emotional growth. And they always remind me of the student perspective. We've got 3 topics, really, that incoming 6th graders are anxious about. They're always anxious about navigating the building. And we reassure them that if you subtract the cafetorium, the pool, and the gymnasium, Summit is a much smaller place, and it's compact and fairly easy to navigate. 6th grade classes are located in one area of the building, and the first few weeks of school will have a high level of adult presence in the hallway to help kids get to where they need to go. Number 2, 6th graders are often worried about their ability to get in and out of their lockers. Well, I would say that, again, the first few weeks of school will have lots of adults in the hallway prepared to help students get in their lockers and get where they need to go. Also would say that on registration day and the days in between registration and the first day of school, be an opportunity to get lots of practice opening and closing that locker. Number 3, sixth graders are typically a bit worried about that big bad eighth grader they may encounter in the hallway. And I would say, believe it or not, our eighth graders are typically some of the most welcoming students and ready to help our sixth graders get to where they need to go and navigate the building. Would also say that our sixth graders typically do not encounter eighth graders with a high degree of frequency. Our sixth grade wing is separate from the seventh and eighth grade, and of course lockers are separated and our lunch mods are separated as well. Our counselors believe strongly that students who get involved in extracurricular activities are going to be more satisfied with their school experience. And I'm just so proud to be a part of a school with so much to offer, so many different kinds of opportunities for students to get involved beyond the normal school day. And here's a slide that highlights just the positive outcomes one can expect from getting involved. Mr. Faber, one of our guidance counselors, reminds me that he's had 3 children that have come through Summit and have graduated, and his experience, and with a little bit of research here, would like me to share the following kind of new normals that you can expect. If you've never had a middle school student, here's some things that you might observe, and these are normal. Number 1, the adolescent, the sixth grader. The middle school student typically has an increased focus on self and their relationship to the world around them. And the middle schooler typically has an increase in independence and desire to challenge rules and boundaries. Middle school new normal number 3, there's some changes in body and in emotions, and including a wide range in mood. And middle school normal number 4, increased focus, importance on friends and peers, and less overt outward affection to parents. And it's normal number 5, realization that parents aren't perfect and the ability to identify those imperfections. All things that are typically normal for the middle schooler. And just some words of encouragement. You can pause the slide here, the video here if you'd like, but I really like that last one. Know that your child will grow faster during his or her middle school years than any time since infancy, and they will need you. What will your child need to know for the first day? Well, I do want to highlight there's some required immunizations. For sixth graders, we need those by the first day. You can talk to our school nurse on registration day, get all that submitted, and we will be sending some reminders here across the spring semester for that. You got some finer details here. You can pause the video and dig into that. Your child will ride in a car to school. It'll be important that you follow the pickup and drop-off protocol. I would point you to our website if you're interested in knowing more about the kind of activities that sixth graders can access. We've got a club calendar that's linked and contact information for a variety of our sponsors. And if your child plans to participate in athletics, a updated physical is required each year, and that physical must be dated April 1st of that beginning of that school year or after. And we will provide some information about free physicals. You can expect to see some of that as soon as we have that available and ready to send out. And just want to say thank you for taking this time to spend with us as we review the course selection sheet, which needs to be turned in as soon as possible. And hopefully you find yourself with a greater understanding of life here in the middle at Summit. And we certainly look forward to partnering with you and supporting the growth of your child.